how you doing? It's your girl Tasha, just coming to you with another video review. This time we're talking about X Factor USA, and last night's episode just had me feeling some kind of way. Let's get it.
You need something real, yeah. Baby, that ain't never gonna last. That's just fool's gold, yeah. That ain't treasure, that's trash. And I know it look nice, I know it look nice, but that's a rip-off. For that price, that ain't treasure, that's trash. Cause it ain't never gonna last.
Yeah, you spend your time trying to get your claws on. Yeah. That stuff when we get to heaven, we gon' walk on. Yeah. The problem, baby, our heart is never satisfied. Cold to righteousness to still have a naked eye. I struggle, my heart always wants more. The only Christ they see on me is Christian Dior. I was a slave to fashion. See my chains.
Okay, boo, so let's get into this week's episode of X Factor. I always miss X Factor. You know, I watch it every other week or something like that. Not really on purpose, but it just happens that way. It doesn't capture my attention totally. But, you know, I always seem to watch it when episodes like last night happen, and then I start feeling some kind of way. But anyway, last night was the top 10 who performed for votes and whatnot. It was a rock and roll theme. They were supposed to do rock songs, and I just don't know why a music mogul, 2 pop stars, and a record exec did not know what rock was and could not pick the appropriate songs to give their contestants. I mean, it was a hot mess last night. Girl, I really could have just went to sleep, you know, and just had a better time. Okay, so Leroy Bell was the first to come out, and everybody knows he's uber sexy, uber handsome. Yes, we love all that about him. I don't even remember the song that he sang, but it wasn't, you know, rock and rollish and everything. His performance was boring, all right? I wasn't that impressed with his vocals or whatnot, so I'm kind of wondering, why are you still here? Type kind of feeling. That's how I'm feeling. How are you guys feeling about it? Moving right along, let's talk about Drew. Everybody gets on Miss Drew here. Drew is the supposedly 14-year-old. I say supposedly because I'm going to treat her the way everybody else treats President Barack Obama. I need to see a birth certificate because I don't believe that heifer is 14. Alright, I like her tone. I love her tone. Her stage presence, girl, I'm going to need you to work on that, okay? Because I was not feeling that. Now, everybody's like, oh, she does the same thing every week. I can't comment on that because I don't watch X Factor every week, alright? But I like her tone. I think if she really is 14 and she sounds like that at that age, that is an amazing thing. So I just need a little bit more stage presence. You know what I'm saying? You 14, you supposed to have a little bit more spunk in you, Drew. Get it together, girl. Alright, so next we have, well, not next, but then there's Marcus Canty. And I totally feel what Marcus was going through. You know what I'm saying? He's a Christian. He doesn't want to compromise his moral standards and his beliefs, you know, to get where he needs to be. This might be the wrong route for you then, Marcus. I don't know. But you're doing pretty good. I'm not on the Marcus Canty bandwagon like everybody else is. He aight. You know what I'm saying? I like him. He aight. He cool. I was uncomfortable with his performance because he was so uncomfortable. I mean, he was really trying his best not to interact with those girls on the stage. And I was just like, Marcus, just go ahead and do what you need to do. You know, it wasn't that bad. I've seen worse. Okay, I've seen worse. It wasn't that bad. Just do what you need to do, boo-boo, and get through the performance. But it was so uncomfortable watching him, you know, try to interact, well, pretend not to interact with these girls that were on stage with him. But he did all right. He did Janis Joplin, and I liked it. You know, he sounded all right. It reminded me of Janis, so it was rock and roll, too, because that was a fail for the whole night. Nothing was rock and roll. There was only like 2 or 3 performances that were actually rock and roll. So, whatever with that. Lakota Rain came out. They are the only group left in the competition. And it just amazes me that, you know, here we want real music and good music and whatnot, but we're not accepting musical groups anymore in America. I don't know what that is about. I don't know about other countries, but in the music industry in America, we only like solo artists. Like, we are not down for groups anymore these days, and it just kind of makes me feel some kind of way, because I'm like, what does that say about us as a society as a whole? You know what I'm saying? This whole thing of people coming together and, you know, having one common goal, we don't like it because all the groups have been eliminated. So if we follow tradition of the show, Lakota Rain, you're going home, boo-boo. Sorry to say. All right. Josh Krzyzak, or however you say his last name, he hands down gets the best performance of the night for me. That was true rock and roll. He did the Pretender by the Foo Fighters. It was awesome. His stage presence. I mean, he was standing up there with this microphone looking like he was about to curse me out. That's rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? The lights, the images that were behind him, the band, that was rock and roll. I was like, finally, somebody got it right on this show. Too bad we had to waste a whole hour watching the rest of this mess. Josh, congratulations to you. You're not going anywhere, boo-boo. You in the competition for at least another week, okay? I don't think he's going to win the whole entire thing, but he's definitely going to make maybe top 5. I think he can make top 5. Stacey Francis. I don't know how to feel about Stacey. I don't know if she's really a good fit for this competition. Okay, to say she's a good fit for the competition. I just don't think she's very diverse. I think she can either do R&B and soul or gospel. That's it. That's it. Rock or any other genre or any other whatever they're going to throw at her, I don't think she's going to be able to handle that well. Her performance last night was very mediocre-ish to me. I've seen her perform better. I just wasn't buying it. She didn't do a rock and roll song either, however you want to say it. It just didn't speak well. And I'm kind of starting to wonder, how much longer is she going to be in the competition? So I hope she stays a little bit longer so that we can get some more of that soulfulness from her, and she can just really get that one song that's just going to send her through, I'm just looking for that one song from Stacey Francis before it's too late, because I really think that, we're in the top 10. She might not make it to the top 5. I'm just saying. Miss Melanie Amaro, I really love her. She is my pick to actually win this whole competition. She comes in a very close tie with Astro, but we'll talk about him later. But Melanie wasn't my favorite performance either. She did REM, Everybody Hurts. I love that song. I love REM. But that wasn't rock, baby, and you just following suit of everybody else, because I can't, at this point, the contestants not singing rock songs, I can't put that on them. I put that on your judges and your mentors, all right? So that's where that goes. But Melanie, she got really churchy, I was like, oh, okay, so she churchy, she trying it, she came for Stacey. That's what it was. It's really what it was. She came for Stacey, and I think she kind of knocked Stacey out just within this episode. I would love to see Stacey and Melanie go head to head, because I want to see which one of them is really going to be the better vocalist. But anyway, Melanie is my front runner. I've been pulling for her since the beginning of the show anyway, so I like her. She automatically gets a pass from me. That's just how I feel. But yeah, it was not a spectacular performance from her. Little Miss Rachel Crow. Tasha love the kids. Oh, Rachel Crow. That is a superstar's name. I don't know where she's going to end up. Well, I do know she's going to be on the Disney Channel. Just like everybody else is saying. That's where she's going to end up. But Rachel, it was a mediocre performance to me too. She kind of seemed, she kind of seemed like she was tired or uninterested in the performance. I don't know. I felt some sort of disconnect, Again, not a rock and roll song, or not the most rock and roll song, but her vocals, they were all right last night. Not her best performance. I need her to pick it up, what I'm saying? Because she can really go far in the competition if she wants to, because I think the votes and the fans are there for her. But I really loved when she picked the Etta James song last week. That was really awesome. She did really good. Stepped her up. But this week, she kind of went back to that. How old is Rachel? I don't know. Rachel 12, 13, something like that. I don't know. Time to let the kids know. Go, Rachel. You do your thing. I'm going to support her. She like Melanie. I'm giving her a pass because I like her. You get a pass into next week because I like you. But don't make this mistake. My little boo on the side, Chris Rene. To God be the glory. Chris Rene, I'm glad. I liked his hair this week. Last week, that whole Jersey Shore Vanilla Ice, thing that they tried to do was not doing it. This week, he still kind of had that same haircut, but it seems like his hair maybe be growing in a little bit more. So I kind of like his hair this week. I give it to him there. He did Bob Marley, No Woman, No Cry. Yeah, that's not a rock song. We know that. That's the theme of this week. We're not doing rock, but we're saying that we're doing rock, okay? Because we really don't know what rock is. But anyway, Chris Rene, I think I'm getting a little tired of him. Even though I was really pulling for him, and even though I like Chris, I kind of want to see, I don't know what I want to see. I really don't know. There's something that's starting to disconnect between me and Chris, you know. So me and Chris need to sit down and talk. That's just all. We need to sit and talk. Because, girl, I don't know what's going on, what's happening, why I'm not feeling him. I see him at... Oh my goodness. I can't remember who it was that said this on Twitter, but they were like, Donnie Klang is a lot better than Chris Rene. And so that's how it was so funny to me, but that's how I see Chris Rene now. Yeah, he's another Donnie Klang. He's like the dude, Iman, that I was talking about in some other review that I did. Yeah, he just seems like your generic white boy artist that tends to come out, you know, every year or something like that. Mike Poshner type. And I just feel like, yeah, that's what it is. Chris, to me, doesn't have his own identity. I want him to have his own identity, be his own person. So, yeah, me and Chris need to sit down and just talk, because I'm talk about is Mr. Astro. Tasha love the kids. I love Astro. I love that he does his own lyrics, because really I never want to see him on this show regurgitate somebody else's lyrics. That is not how you determine whether or not he's worthy to be a rapper, because anybody can regurgitate, you know, somebody else's lyrics and melodic flow and all that stuff. You want to be a rapper, you want to prove that you're a rapper, I need to hear you do your thing. And I love that they are letting him write his own lyrics each week to these songs. Of course, not a rock and roll song. He's following suit behind everybody else. He did P. Diddy's remake of Sting's I'll Be Missing You. Is it Sting or you? Yes, Sting, I think. Girl, it's so long ago. But anyway, it was just a cute song, but I felt some kind of way because you 14 and you only started rapping 5 years ago, but you... How you know about what true hip hop is? But he did say in the rap that, you know, he was, you know, real hip hop was going on before he was born. And so I just, you know, is feeling some kind of way. But anyway, Astro did his thing. I liked his performance still, even though it wasn't, you know, totally along with the theme that was supposed to be rock of the show. I liked his performance. He does good, and I agree with the judges. He could possibly win this thing. So he definitely has a lot of fans. A lot of people are voting for him. We'll see. He's definitely going to be one of the top 5. But I can't give him best performance of the night. That has to go to Josh, hands down. Astro is going to be second best performance of the night. He just did his thing. Girl, but anyway, the highlight of last night's episode was the cat fights between L.A. Reid and Simon Cowell. Girl, I just love them two going at it. They was really picking a fight with each other. I was like, why don't y'all just man up and scrap it out? Go, just get it over. You know, but that was just totally funny. And it was really irrelevant because I was like, neither one of you really did what you were supposed to do with this week's episode, because neither one of y'all were picking rock songs, but y'all sitting up here arguing about that's not rock and roll. Well, neither was your contestants rock and roll. Okay, but anyway, girl, that was funny to watch them do that. That's the only reason why I watched all 2 hours of this episode last night, because of them. Alright, so I'm gonna need for Simon and LA to get it together, stop the cat fighting, okay? We know stuff like that makes for good TV, but it was just really awkward watching them, you know, go tit for tat against each other while the contestants are up there on stage. And Simon, oh my God, he is so mean, but I love Simon. He was just giving it to some of those contestants. I mean, my goodness, Simon, you got the nerve to sit there and talk about somebody the way that they dress. Look at you, dude. You know what I'm saying? You ain't exactly all that. All right, get it together. Anyway. So, you guys, that is it for X Factor. I just really wanted to vent about last night's episode, okay? So, leave in the bottom of the comments your opinions about what you think. Who do you think is going to be making it to the top 5? We can already say that Lakota Rain is probably going to end up going home. I think that episode comes on tonight, so shout outs to whoever's left, you know what I'm saying? It's getting a little tough, and you know, the competition, depending on what the mentors do with the next themes that are coming up, I don't know what the other themes are going to be, but if they just really adhere to what the theme of the show is and really pick some really good songs, you know, and challenge some of these artists, because I don't think really Drew has been challenged that much. We only seen one challenge with Rachel, and even then she picked her own song, you know. So I really want to see somebody challenge these contestants and really dig in there, because if you're giving them $5 million, they need to put in work. That's just how I feel about it. All right, you guys leave your comments below. Make sure you subscribe up top. All right, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook. Well, you can't follow me on Facebook, but you can become my Facebook friend, okay? So do that. And also make sure that you guys follow my blog, I Choose Gospel. Links are down below in the underneath a bar, like Brian B says. So make sure you guys go to them and check them out. All right, thank you so much. Remember, I love you, God loves you, and Jesus can save. Pick and rock and roll. They don't even know what rock and roll is.